Hey everyone, it's Miss Guy, and I want to welcome you to the end of Unit 2. So, Session 11 is our Unit 2 writing analysis, the writing assignment that sort of culminates what we've learned in Unit 2. So, you have now made it 2/3 of the way through the course, which is fantastic because there's only 3 units. And so, once you wrap up this unit analysis, you're going to be a full 2/3 of the way done. So congratulations. But moving up in the Moodle page, I just want to remind you of the topics that we have covered in Unit 2. Deviance and social control, global stratification, social class in the United States, and sex and gender. So those will be the 4 topics that we focus on when we are completing our Unit 2 writing analysis. Hopefully you remember this process from session 6 when you did the Unit 1 writing analysis, but in case you don't, I'll walk you through that. You're going to click on this Unit 2 analysis writing assignment. That is going to take you to the assignment page. You are going to click on the Unit 2 analysis writing assignment link, and that is going to toss you onto a screen that asks you to make a copy of My Master Document. And remember, it's very important that you make sure you are in your Nash Community College Google account, your Gmail account that is linked to Nash Community College, because when you click this blue Make a Copy button, it is going to open up and make a copy into your Google Drive. And remember, you must complete this in Google Drive, and you need to do that for your own protection because Google Drive calculates and records your steps inside of completing a document. And so if something were to happen, I would be able to go back and look at when you completed the assignment, and I would be able to award you credit if something were to go crazy with the technology and submission and all of that kind of stuff. So just keep that in mind. All right. Inside of this Google Drive assignment, you are going to complete the Unit 2 analysis as you completed the Unit 1. So remember, I am providing you resources within this document. I am also sending you back to your textbook. You are not to go outside of the resources that I provide you within this document or outside of your textbook to complete this assignment. That means no looking for other things that are floating around out there, no using artificial intelligence, none of that. Remember, Turnitin. The program that you are going to submit this into is a plagiarism detection software. So I'm just going to encourage you to remember it's not worth it, right? We are simply going to review some of the material that we've learned thus far in Unit 2, and we are going to reflect on that material and give our personal reflections and our personal explanations. So just please keep that in mind. So for starters, you're going to dive into section 10.3 and section 10.5, and you are going to kind of review those consequences of social class and read that down to earth sociology piece. After you do that, number 2 is going to ask you to identify the 7 consequences of social class. Now, remember, I just said don't go look for other resources. It is obvious to me immediately when students don't go back to their textbook because they don't have the 7 consequences of social class outlined in our textbook. So make sure you are going back into that text document, that Revel, the Pearson Revel Access. All right, so you are going to identify the 7 consequences of social class, and then you are going to explain those consequences and explain how they are affected by social class. So as a reminder, you are not just simply copying the explanations from the text, you are reading the explanations from the text, and then you are explaining those consequences in your own words. Sort of like if you were having to tell somebody what you learned in that section. So I do have bullets here This is to just let you see that we are able to use bullets in this particular section. So you'll type and then hit enter, and it'll make you more bullets, as you see me doing on the screen. All right, so more than one bullet there is fantastic. Probably needs to be 2 or 3 bullets there. Make sure that you have explained those consequences enough. All right, 3 and 4 are reflection questions based upon those 7 consequences. So which one do you feel has the largest impact on the individual or on society as a whole? And each one of those will be in paragraph form. When you get to number 5, this is going to direct you back to the 10.5 that you read. And those are those reality checks, that sort of Mythbuster section that ask you about those particular poverty myths. And number 5, again, is a reflection piece. Which statement surprised you the most and why? Number 6, I will tell you, is going to be a little bit time consuming for you because you are going to watch a documentary. So this is a documentary on social class in America. We are going to need 27 minutes to watch this documentary. And during that 27-minute documentary, you are going to take notes in this box here. So you will take notes, and I have bullets listed here just to let you know that bullet points are certainly acceptable as you are watching the video. So while you're watching the video, there's some ideas there to think about and to take notes on. Look at this bright purple point value, 40 points. This section is worth 40 points. So don't skip watching this video and don't skimp on the notes. You are going to watch this documentary and take notes, and this is 40 of your 100 points. So make sure you put in a lot of effort here. This is probably the section that students lose the most points on in this assignment. So I'm just trying to do a little song and dance for you here to show you how important this documentary is and your note taking as you are watching. Number 7 is going to ask you to reflect on that documentary, and I have got multiple questions there to kind of get you started on your reflection. That's it. That's all for Unit 2. So Unit 2 analysis is really kind of focusing on that aspect of social class, global stratification, those aspects that really truly do affect all pieces and parts of our global world, and make sure that that documentary is receiving lots and lots of your time and attention. All right, that is it for my directions for the Unit 2 writing analysis. Now, you remember that when you are going to submit your assignment, there will be a area down here. Mine's going to look a little bit different, but it's an area that shows you to click on to submit your paper. So, making sure that you are turning in the assignment correctly. I have some how-tos in our Moodle page. Here we are right here. Excuse me, guys, for having to go back and forth. Remember that this is a help document for how to submit assignments through Turnitin. All right, so if you need a refresher on how to submit your assignments, please click on this link and look at this particular how-to. So remember, you're looking for a little icon here with the green arrow that says submit paper. That's what you are going to see on your screen, but I'm unable to show you on mine. All right, please make sure that you are aware of when your Unit 2 writing analysis is due. Make sure that you're working ahead of the deadline and submitting ahead of the deadline, just in case something were to happen and you would have a question or a concern about your submission. If you're doing it early, you and I have a chance to get with each other and make sure that things were submitted correctly, or I'm able to view them correctly. And we would then have time to fix things if something was wrong. So complete early, submit early, and reach out to me in advance of the deadline if you have questions or concerns. If I don't hear from you, I'm going to assume that everything is okay and that you are well on your way to completing your Unit 2 writing analysis.